What's up everyone, my name is Sofia. I'm a freshman at Washington and Lee, and in this video I'll be showing you a little bit, or as much as I can, of the recruitment process. Alright, a little fast forward. I filmed this video way back in January 2023 when I was a freshman at Washington and Lee University, a liberal arts school in Virginia, and now I'll be a rising sophomore in college. So that's a little background. But anyways, in this video, I'll just be telling you my rush experience and what that whole process looked like, sort of my thoughts about it. And at the end of the video, I'll be giving you some advice, maybe if you're looking at WNL, Washington and Lee, or some other school, just to get some insight about how rush works. And I also don't see many videos about rush at smaller schools, so hopefully this will be a little helpful. Compared to like University of Alabama, I mean, that whole rush process is completely different. I also watched a little bit of the Bama Rush documentary, and obviously every person's gonna have a different experience and different opinion on sororities, all that, but I think it does depend on the school you go to. And Alabama's a huge school. My school, it's only like less than 2,000 undergrads, so it definitely is a bit of a different experience, and you'll learn that throughout the videos. Maybe if you're looking at a smaller school that still has Greek life, this video could be for you, or if you just go to a bigger school and you're just interested, feel free to watch. Also, just so you know, I decided not to film my reactions of, oh, this house accepted me or whatever, adjusting my schedule for the day. It's just kind of out of respect for the sororities, and also, to be honest, my reactions weren't anything extravagant, so you're not missing much. But feel free to wait to the end of the video if you think I joined a sorority, and if I did join one, you'll find out at the end. But before we get into the footage, the layout of this video, I'm just gonna give you some background on my school and then kind of hop into the schedule of Rush Week, aka Sorority Recruitment, and then you'll see videos back in January of my thoughts and little videos of like the outfits. I tried to video as much as I could, but it wasn't my main focus, I'll be honest. So let's just get into the background of my school, a little quick overview. First, the most important number I think I should mention is that about 75% of the kids at my school, undergrads, are in Greek life, in a fraternity or in a sorority. That is just off the charts. That number is off the charts. We're one of the top schools in the country with Greek life percentage compared to Alabama. I mean, obviously they have a bunch more kids, we're much smaller, so that number is huge. And before coming to WNL, I had absolutely no idea about Greek life, sororities, fraternities. The names would mix me up. I was not the person to ask anything Greek life related. And truthfully, I didn't realize how big of a deal it was, how big of a thing it was, how popular it was more down in the South. Also, a little bit more about me. I mainly picked my school because of basketball, academics, and it was not close to home, in addition to a bunch of other reasons, but those were big three. Now, according to WNL's website, we have 8 sororities and 11 fraternities. As for the sororities, 5 of them are in what's called the National Panhellenic Conference, or NPC. 1 is like a student-run organization, and 2 other ones are primarily Black organizations. And the NPC sororities are definitely the most popular. Now, as for fraternities, 9 are part of the Interfraternity Council, or IFC, and 2 are part of the National Panhellenic Council, NPHC, and those 2 are primarily Black organizations. Also, these numbers may not be up to date because I'm pretty sure 1 fraternity might be off campus now, but I'm not the person to ask. In my experience, the majority of the social scene at my school is Greek life, but again, a bunch of other people probably have totally different experiences, but I'm just here to share mine. It is a big deal at my school, just in my experience. Now, how Rush starts for my school: first, there will be a theater session, like an information session, beginning of September. I remember some girl asking, oh my god, I have a letter of recommendation, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? Is it really this serious? The different sorority houses have Meet the Greek events. I highly recommend going to those. I didn't go to anything. One of the most important things I should mention is there's something called a Rho Gamma. Rho Gamma is a person who's in a sorority, but I'm pretty sure they like disaffiliate or something while having the title of Rho Gamma, and they'll give you advice on Rush. They're also not supposed to try to persuade you to pick one sorority over the other, and also kind of funny, they're not supposed to tell you what sorority they're a part of. And your Rho Gamma can also help reach out to other sororities and set up what are called rush dates. At my school, a bunch of people go on rush dates. If I had to say, at least like 90% of kids that end up joining a sorority, I'm sure they all went on a rush date at least once. And a rush date is when you get food or coffee or just sit down and talk with at least one girl in a different sorority, and you try to get to know them, vice versa. I actually didn't go through any rush dates at all, but it's a great way to see who you can click with if you like the sorority, that girl in the sorority, because that's kind of your only impression of the sorority, if you vibe with them, vice versa. And honestly, it seems like a good way to meet people as well. Looking back, I would recommend going on rush dates just because you can tell probably who you vibe with. And it doesn't hurt going on a rush date, and if anything, you can meet new people, find new people. And also, I found that a lot of people kind of found their group through these rush dates, sort of. And even maybe their big, which is just a girl who's one grade above you, who would be your big in your sorority. So people might have found that, or found what big they connected to better, things like that. Now I'll give you a brief overview of rush at my school, and feel free if you have any questions, just reach out and I'll get back to you. Now, rush begins at WNL the second semester in January, right after winter break. And it's over a course of 3 days, just 3 days. The first day is about 3 hours long, and it's a whole open house round. That's where you visit each sorority house with whatever group you're put in. Then you line outside of the house alphabetically. And somehow each sorority house matches you with at least one girl that they find a commonality with between you and her. There's low-key definitely some stalking going on here. And as you enter the house, all the girls will be cheering. It'll definitely be weird at first. And then you'll usually lock arms with a girl you're partnered with and walk up the stairs of the sorority house, then just pretty much find a location to talk to them. It's honestly really interesting how they like match you with a girl. I don't know how it works. They definitely will look at your social media, so again, just be careful what you post. Anyways, it's just a bunch of small talk. You talk with the girls, then you may rotate with another girl for 10 minutes. Yeah, just talking, and talking. To say the least, this day was a little bit exhausting just because socially, oh my gosh, it was a lot of conversations, kind of repeating the same thing over and over again. I didn't even think it was as bad as I thought it would be, given it was 3 hours. The second day was about sisterhood and philanthropy. Each sorority has its own organization that raises awareness for and money for, and I assume that's what they spoke about during this day. I had to miss the second day of rush because I had a basketball game, so unfortunately I can't give you much information on how this day went. But let me get into kind of how you pick the sororities you're interested in and then how they pick you. The first day for us, I believe we listed our top 4, so we knocked 2 off. The next day you would find out what sororities invited you back. I think it's 3 or 4 invite you back. You have to say that day what your top 3 sororities are, something like that. And then the next day again, you find out what top 2 or 1 you got. The last day is when you can lock in either 1 or 2 sororities that you would accept a bid from. Also, we did this all via an app on our phone. And my school also had a Canvas page with a whole platform for sorority stuff. And because I had to miss this day because of basketball, I had to fill out this like absentee form, and it just asked for my top 4 choices. Keep in mind, like, I have no information to base my choices off from because I only had like 1 or 2 10-minute conversations with 2 different girls in a sorority. Then I had absolutely no preconceived knowledge of these sororities, their stereotypes really, which honestly is a good thing. And for the third and final day of rush, we have preference round, which is when you're guaranteed at least 1 house, and it's a bit of a more fancier night. Most people do get 2 houses, and you just have to dress up in a dress, you talk with the girls, and then after this night you vote after, and you're not supposed to say a word to anyone. It's kind of funny. You'll see my videos from after. And the day after this is when you actually find out what sorority you got into or did not get into. It's called bid day, and then within like 2 hours of finding out, there's a big celebration at your sorority house with your new PC or pledge class, it's called. It seems like a lot of fun. I could not even go to that because I had basketball practice. Alright, so now we're gonna go back in time to January 2023. There may be things in the video that I kind of already said in this background section, but I just wanted to include it anyways. Hopefully you won't get too lost between like the different days I filmed, but I just wanted to also document it so I could see and look back in the future. But hope you enjoy. Let's get to it. Really, I don't know how much I can show because we're not even allowed to bring our phones, which I mean, it's kind of nice so you don't have that distraction. I'll just tell you more about my experience rushing. I know absolutely nothing. I couldn't even name all the sororities or the fraternities, but I feel like I have nothing to lose because 1, they're recruiting me, I'm not recruiting them. I'm just gonna be myself. If they like me, that's great, and I like them, wonderful. If not, then I'm just not gonna do it because you want to surround yourself with good people. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out the outfit for tomorrow. So they gave us this white shirt with a V-neck. We have to wear this tomorrow. So I sprayed this wrinkle stuff because it was pretty wrinkly, but now I'm letting it dry. Yes, we'll see how it goes. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna show you my fit. So I decided to wear these Nikes because I just didn't feel super comfortable. I was contemplating these pink Converse I have. And I'm just wearing these jeans, like no rips or anything. I mean, usually I don't even wear ripped jeans. I like them. They fit. This is a shirt. It's still wrinkly. I kind of like tucked it in this sleeve here. Yeah, but I gotta wear this thing. I'm gonna wear this because I do like it. I like the black. It creates a good contrast, the black and the white. I'm vibing with it. I love these things. See, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes of these outfits. And I doubt I'm putting as much effort as others. Yeah, my hair, I'm probably just gonna do this because it'll be wet because of basketball. But I could care less because they don't like you at your worst. They won't like you at your best, so yeah. Oh yeah, and I have to put this on. What's up, everyone? For those of you who cannot tell, I just woke up like 20 minutes ago. So yesterday it went a lot better than I expected, a lot faster and quicker than I expected. The conversations, all of them I thought went pretty, you know, there wasn't any like awkward silences, super awkward I would say. There was definitely one house that caught me by surprise. I think I may know my top two, honestly, but I had to decide my top two by like 5-6 p.m. today. The results for which houses want to invite you back out of the 4 you picked came back at 10 a.m. today. But today's a game day, so that's not my main focus right now. But of course I'm gonna take a look, then get in the mental space for the game day, because it's a big game today. So let's see who invited me back. I really just think 2 would. I'd be surprised if the other 2, but I'm hoping 2. Let's see. I'm honestly pretty surprised I got 2, given that I only spoke to people for like 25 minutes and didn't even attend the day yesterday. Still good. I still don't understand how they do this, but shout out to Lex Bowls in Lexington, Virginia. They gave the women's basketball team free acai bowls. How kind is that? Love it, bro. Love it. Because we had a tough game yesterday. Tough loss. Anyways, time to get in the mindset for rush. I had my first day of class today of the winter term. It honestly could not have gone any better. I love my classes, love my professors, and I even know a few kids in most of my classes. Oh, life is good right now. All right, everyone, so today, the last night of rush, my second night, it's formal night. So just wearing a black dress. One shoulder. Last time I got dressed up was quite a bit ago. This mirror is a little thinning, so anyways. Got these shoes, I'm wearing my Spanx under, and this is the dress. Let's go. All right, everyone, I just finished the formal night of rush. So I went to 2 houses. We left the dorms at 6:30, and then 7 p.m. started the first house, which lasted 40 minutes. And then we had like a 10-minute break, and then 7:50 to 8:30-ish was the second house. After the first house, once you left, you were supposed to be silent, not talk to anyone. I kind of forgot that. So usually try to wave or smile, but might have received some looks. That's okay. Yeah, so like I said, this was only my second day actually doing the process, and you pretty much just leave arms with someone as you enter the house, go up the stairs with girls on both sides of the stairwell, or at least one side, and they're all clapping, cheering. I think some were even singing today. And then you just pretty much talk with whoever you're paired up with. There were more speeches today saying, oh, join for this reason, join for this reason, blah, blah, blah. So that was pretty much it. So again, just talking. I kind of knew coming in which house I was leaning towards, and my belief was affirmed. I did the online thing, MacCap, whatever it's called, the official thing where you electronically sign what sorority you want to have as your number 1 choice. I only picked one sorority, and that one sorority is the only one I would go for. I wasn't gonna pick 2, even though you are promised a bid, because I just didn't feel that connection. And I feel like I clicked with the girls better in that one. But we'll see what happens. Nothing's guaranteed. Find out tomorrow at 5 p.m. But overall, the experience is definitely interesting. Pretty much it's all small talk. Ugh, I'm so exhausted, bro. Alrighty, so the big question is, did I get a sorority? Did I get dropped or what? Am I currently in a sorority? And the answer is, I'm currently in a sorority called Alpha Delta Pi, 80 Pi for short. Now, I also wanted to include kind of the aftermath of finding out what sorority I got into. Like I said before, the day of, people will celebrate, but I had to miss all that because of basketball. But a bunch of people, like in your dorms and everything, you'll go around asking. So I went with someone and we went around. We actually saw someone crying in the room. That is definitely very common, but that's okay. Fortunately, it worked out for me. Okay guys, I just opened it like a minute ago. Itty pie it is. Woo! Let's go. I'm sweaty because I was running from the library to here. Nice. That's very cool. Isis, what do you think I got? Itty pie. You're right. I know. I know. What do you want? Okay, go. So I have to do this? Yeah. My phone. I got it rolling. Did you get it? Yeah. I didn't get it. No, I'm joking. I did. My teammate got it. Isis did not rush. I got Kappa. Yeah, she totally did. Now we're gonna tell other teammate who's not rushing. So this is the story. I literally decided to rush like a few days before, even though I signed up and everything, but bro, I didn't even go on any rush dates. This is my door now. What is that, like the 80 pie symbol? I don't know. I can open this. It's really cool. It's a boa. It's a white boa. Oh my gosh. And then also there is a video where we had to dress up all in white for something for my sorority, and that was just a catastrophe because I didn't have any white. Of course, like I ended up leaving my white dresses at home and I had to buy this wicked expensive, the most ugly thing I've ever seen, and I totally regret doing that, but it's okay. Okay everyone, I was told I have to wear white, like kind of fancy, so I bought this. Don't even ask how much it was. So I have to wear white socks too. This is the fit. Yeah, interesting look. Okay, now I'm kind of gonna save the best for last, which is advice for you potentially watching if you're interested in joining a sorority, maybe at Washington and Lee. I'll keep it pretty short and simple. First, don't feel pressured to join a sorority, or people may pressure you to not join a sorority because there are, you know, some stereotypes of sororities and people will tell you, oh, this sorority is that, they suck, this sorority is terrible, blah, blah, blah. But block out all those people. Just judge the sorority and all the people. Judge everyone by yourself. Don't listen to other people's thoughts, opinions, all that. Next, choose a sorority where you feel like you can be yourself. That's honestly one of the most important things. It's not fun to be around people where you think they don't accept you or you can't be yourself. That's just terrible. And again, don't pay attention to stereotypes. Every sorority will have a stereotype. You can look it up all online, but truly just judge a sorority based off of your judgment. Who cares if it's the top of the totem pole, the bottom of the totem pole, it doesn't matter. And again, you have nothing to lose joining a sorority. I would say just go for it. I never thought in a million years that I would actually go through the process. I was like, oh, sure, I'll try it. Then I was like, heck no, I'm never gonna try this ever at all. And here I am, somehow in a sorority. My final piece of advice that I said a little earlier on in the video, but I really think if you have rush dates, meet the Greek events, you really should be going to those, even if you're not interested in sororities. I think it's a great way either to just find people, meet people. It'll probably help you find the best fitting sorority because you can go to multiple sororities, I'm sure, but some just may be a better fit than others. Overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was longer, but I think I just wanted to compile a whole bunch of information and hopefully this helps someone out there. Thanks for watching. Peace out.